what it is, and we are excited for the Ruga impersonator and as well as Ruga. But I genuinely want to know, does he really have a problem with his eye? Because that would be...
He doesn't.
Such a... This is some random guy who's posting.
No,
this.
Ruga really doesn't have a problem with his eyes.
Okay?
His eyes are okay.
It's just
because there's even a debate of sometimes the patch was switching sides.
Gosh.
Mara iko left, Mara iko right.
I remember that time.
But we're like, nah, it's not the phone, please. We're not born yesterday.
Ruga and a Rugania. Wow, we love that for him. Moving on to the next story. We have the lady who has shocked the internet with her intense showcase of love, not only to her man but to her children as well. So this is what the story says. She's a mother of 3. She's based off of the US, of course. These things are never documented in our country.
In Africa.
It's never in Africa. It's some documentation. Well, like, imagine the stigma. Your family would disown you. Anyway, I digress. So this mother of 3, her name is Rachel Bailey, said she started breastfeeding, but when she got her second child, she started producing way too much milk, and the child couldn't finish up all the milk, and it started causing all those issues. It's called mastitis, right? You'd get mastitis and all these other complications, engorged, areolas, and all of these things. Like, there's so many issues that come from breastfeeding that if it is not sorted out, it can be problematic. So often, a lot of people decide to pump. But she said, I don't like pumps. In fact, pumps were created just the other day, and I don't like either of them. Even the new and improved ones, I don't like it. I don't like it. So I decided to use my human pump, which is her husband, who goes by the name of Alexander. Now, Alexander has apparently been breastfeeding ever since the second child was born because of the obvious surplus of milk, which she couldn't get rid of, and it would cause complications with her health if she didn't get it sorted. And so he says very proudly that yes, he does it. They just want to show us that these things happen. And if you are in that situation, do not feel fear. You should also stand up and speak about your stories, or yada 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 yada. As if people are just going to collectively start saying, I breastfeed my husband too. I breastfeed my husband too. Excuse me, is this Spartacus? You think this is Spartacus? Yeah. One person says, I killed him, and the other person and then everyone stands up and says, yeah, we killed him. Child, Rachel, you need to chill. Anyway, long story short, she says that they've been doing this since 2017, and this is now, they've had a third child now, and they're still doing it. So I guess this is the way that they like to do their thing. It's very strange because honestly, it's really a lot. But for me, that story is already ludicrous enough. The comments were the ones that were taking me out, and this one specifically took me out because someone on social media under that post said, "Mfiche hii bahati na Diana wasione." I'm just like, Aki, you guys are taking this mama to talk to Diana a little too far.
I could see it happening.
Y'all are taking this,
Actually, they are Jesus. Jesus look like they do things like this.
Okay, every time I still have a trauma from that whole incest thing. I can't. Let's not even try and make this an image in my mind right now. Someone else saying the true definition of baby daddy because he's the baby and the daddy. I love it. Someone else saying, how can this marriage fail? I hope ladies take note. And in my mind, I'm just like, y'all, are you trying to make this a thing? Are you guys trying to make it an actual thing? And I know Turi gave us some very disturbing stories yesterday because we were talking about this yesterday. About a particular sect in the industry, in the transport industry, that seem to apparently do the gangs like this stuff. They like to get milk from their mothers, and she will tell you that story a little bit more. But personally, I think it's strange. There's nothing icky about the milk. It's just a weird thing that you'd think about doing this consistently. If you're trying to help with mastitis, very different story. If it is a health risk, very different story. But now making it a thing? No.
As in, I understand if it was an emergency. By emergency, I mean you woke up in the middle of the night and it was raining outside and you couldn't go to hospital and you're in pain and he helped you out. I understand that. You know, it's like CPR. It was do or death. But now, girl, for it to be a regular
like you do
thing.
this since, you know, the fact, since 2017, how many years are those? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, now we're in 2023. 7 years?
You know how when you, if you've ever milked a cow before,
Gosh.
how you let the calf, you let it suck for a little while, and then you remove the calf, and then now you milk, and then now maybe the calf can take the remainder. It's giving the same energy. Because why would your husband be consistently breastfeeding? And the video actually went as far as to showing us a video of them doing this, and I'm like, we are too comfortable with the internet.
We
you
really
know,
have.
I miss the days when people had secrets.
Shame.
You know,
You have
shame. Nobody feels any shame. Everybody wants to show their vulnerability and build their and story tell. Please, we don't need to know this. As in, the things people show on the internet, you would have to waterboard me. You would have to torture me for the information that people are freely giving on the internet, because it is too much.
It is.
Well, even if it was an accident, I would not come and tell you, but there last night we couldn't go to the hospital, so my husband helped me. I would never tell you.
And now sitting down and
I would die with that story.
You know, it's the fact that you sat down, you're like, okay, you're sitting here, fine, press record. You probably did a few takes.
I said, hi guys, that was not energetic
That was
enough.
not
Hi guys, hi.
What the hell?
We are doing too much on the internet, and the story, it's actually a bit common, this breastfeeding thing. You know, I was telling Kathomi yesterday, a friend of mine works in a hospital, and she got posted to a hospital in, let's say, I wouldn't call it a slum area, not well.
It's like adjacent, Nairobi, city adjacent.
Exactly, area. And every time mothers, especially with newborns or toddlers, would come in with infants, and the doctor's like, why is your child not gaining weight? Are you not breastfeeding? And the mom would start a story like, you know, mzee alikuja jana usiku, akanyonya, sasa ikakakaa kidogo before asubuhi. As in, and upon further investigation, they actually found, this is Kenya. I'm speaking facts. It's not a story. It's not false. It's facts. In Kenya, they did an investigation and they found out a certain sect in the Nduthi industry, also Nduthi, they actually believe that breastfeeding gives you more energy and more strength. So when they have wives who are actually breastfeeding, they're very healthy. Have you seen that man? Did you see the picture? Very healthy man, because he's breastfeeding everything meant for the child. I said, let us have some shame. Anyway.